Hey everybody, welcome back to the Closet Studio. I'm theZim's. This is episode 10. We're in double digits now, which is pretty cool. I don't know. I like it. It's fun. So, I got a lot I'm working on this weekend. It's Saturday here in the Pacific Northwest, and it's a cool Saturday. The sun's been coming out a little bit the last few days, which is awesome. But I'm here once again in my Closet Studio. My big project for today is to get done Peace and Love Volume 2. I've talked to you about it before. I thought I would get it done earlier, but with, life and everything that's going on, the last show we played, there was a lot of focus and energy trying to make sure that was going good. So I didn't quite get it done. I didn't want to rush it either. The main thing, the only thing left to do is on one of the songs, I'm balancing the bass drum. It sounds like it's too high in the mix right now, so I'm finding the right spot for it. I got my Ableton up and running here. And on that song, this is the song, I don't know, you probably can't really see very well in that picture, but I have in this particular song, I have 3 bass drum tracks that all run simultaneously. I have 2 different recorded bass drums and then a MIDI bass drum. And I'm going to show you something real quick. Hey, here I am. I'm back. So, when Arock and I did our initial recording, I don't know, a lot of you might have seen, I think Yamaha makes a kick drum mic that's basically a speaker. So we just went to Goodwill and picked up a speaker and made our own, and it sounds pretty awesome. So it was very fun to do that. And we recorded all our songs with this 2 bass drums, a Shure, like, I don't know what number it is, 58 or I don't know what number the Shure mic is, but the standard Shure bass drum mic, and then this one is on there as well. And then I've also had a MIDI drums that run along with it as well. So we did that. So that's what I'm balancing in, making sure that it all sounds good. And so it just takes, it shouldn't take long to adjust it, but the hard part, or the part that takes long, is bouncing it down and then listening to it. And pretty much everybody, most audio engineer types that I've seen anyway, agree that listening to your mixes on as many different speakers as you can is like the way to go. So I bounce it down here, I listen to it here, it gives me kind of an idea. And I don't have this, I'm in a closet, so it's like the audio kind of balancing of these speakers in this space is not the best. You can't get a very super accurate take on what's happening. Even if depending on where I'm sitting, it just affects the difference of how you hear the speakers. So it just kind of gives me an idea of what's going on. I'm trying to learn the setup so I know what it sounds like in here might mean how it sounds like somewhere else, but it's just best to bounce it down and then take it to different places. I take it to my living room, listen to my big stereo, listen to it on little boombox type stereo, take it to my car, listen to it in my car. That's where I kind of get the best sense of what's going on, since I listen to I drive a lot in my car, so I'm very used to what I want things to sound like in that space. So those are the places I just, check it around. So it just means bouncing it down, doing that, make a change, come back, make the change, do that again, do that whole process. So I see it could take me most of today to get this song dialed into a place where I want it. And this is why it's awesome to actually learn how to do this stuff. There's so much to learn that, it's like, oh my God, it's overwhelming sometimes. And I'm thankful that I feel like I'm at a good spot where I know I have a lot to learn, but at the same time, if you spent money doing all this, the time it takes to really nitpick your sound and your recordings the way you want, would cost you a fortune. When you pay somebody to do it, sure they know how to get to certain places faster, but when you really sit down and really want to nitpick the sound, you can't afford to do that when you hire a studio, but when you learn it yourself, you learn, maybe there's certain parts you go record something in the studio and then you come back home and you mix it yourself. But at these days, I'm all DIY. It's just doing it ourselves and just making it happen. And I'm pretty happy with what I've been learning and doing and stuff. So that's the number one thing is getting those 2 songs ready. They should. My goal is to get them out uploaded to our Bandcamp page tonight, and then so it'll kind of essentially make our next show, which is at Populuxe Brewery. I think that's how you pronounce it, Populuxe. I don't know, but it's in Ballard. I mentioned something about it before, but I'll put a link in the description of this to the show, like the Facebook event page. It'll essentially make that show our, like, you know, Peace and Love Volume 2 release party. I'm kind of in the mindset, I don't really buy into the whole CD release party stuff, at least not the level that I'm at, because I'm trying to make every show I do a party. I'm trying to make every show I do an event. I'm trying to make every show something better than the last show. So, you know, to say something like, oh, this is our CD release, so it's more important, that's not the way, it's not that case for me. Every show that I do is, there's going to be something different and something fun and something awesome that you wanted to have the experience in the last show. So that's my goal. That's one of my other goals that I'm going for. It's like, always evolve. It's like, oh, I've seen those guys. Well, maybe you have, but you haven't seen that show, because it's going to be different than the last show. It's like, that's kind of where I'm trying to go with my music and the Zim and Arock and stuff. So every show, the Zim and Arock is a party. So that's now you know. So come on out sometime. What else? The other thing I'm hoping to get to tomorrow is I want to redesign our merch booth. I have not a backpack, like just like a travel bag thing, like a suitcase kind of right now that I have all the merch stuff in, and it kind of works, but not really. I want something that stands alone on its own, more has ability. Now that we have t-shirts and stuff, I want that in there. I'm going to burn some CDs to have available for people to buy if they want. And then also I want more information on there, more like, you know, people can hear us play and then they can walk up to the merch booth and learn more about us, you know, links to do some QR code stuff, do some links, do some things like that, so that people can kind of, you know, grab their phone and find out more about us and just read about stuff and that kind of thing. So that's one of my goals for this weekend. So I think it should all happen. Pretty excited about it. But and the last thing I was mentioning, as you can see behind me, I've done some more mods to the studio. I put in a new shelf. So like when I first got the new monitor, I had just a piece of plywood sitting on top of the speakers, but that was kind of bugging me. And if you notice too, that this is now straight. It was sagging for a while. So I reinforced this, put a new shelf up here, got 2 printers. I got a printer. This has been here for a minute. This has a scanner and printer, just a basic printer. This one's got like the CD printing capabilities, which I'm pretty stoked on. And I guess it's like a more higher quality printer, like a photo style printer, which I got that one off my dad. I got that one off a friend. So pretty stoked with my printers. The only thing that's kind of a bummer right now I have to work on is the way my laptop's set up. I just have it on edge right there so I can plug everything into it. But having it like that, I can't access the CD drive. So if I want to burn CDs and stuff. So I'm thinking of on the wall here putting something that I can access the laptop a little easier somehow. Like, I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet, but that's another project. I might try to do that this weekend when I'm working on my merch booth thing, or I don't know. But I'm actually pretty excited about how the closet studio is looking with the new shelves and everything. So it's nice. It's nice. I don't know, for me, it's nice to have my workspace like feel good. And you know, this feels pretty good. Eventually, maybe I'd like to just paint the whole thing, get rid of the bare wood look and paint it all. I have this big can of black paint that I might take everything out and paint it all. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, thanks for watching. This is episode 10 of the Zim's Video Music Journal. And I'm going to get to work, so hope you have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next time. And if you have any questions for me, just go and throw them in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer them or talk about them next time I do a video. So, alright, thanks, man.